we thank God for this wonderful institution, the Catholic University of Enugu Diocese, because I think right from the word go, in 2001, and the concept was mooted by me and my priest. We didn't know it was going to be such a big institution as it has grown to be today. And so we're very grateful to God for the sort of a miracle, wonder before our eyes that has happened in the development of this big institution for her learning. And then we also thank all those, there are so many people, actors, agents of the development of the university. We can't count them all. But our brother, our son, Professor Christian Aneke, has a place of honor in the whole development of the university. A lot has happened during these few years, from the time of its inception to now. When Professor Christian Aneke, I would say, is my child, my son, because when I came to Enugu in 1997, I was already in the seminary training to be a priest. I was then in Austria, and when, as his bishop, I took a special interest in him, for his formation, spirituality, intellectual abilities, and so forth. We accompanied him in our prayers and in our plans also. And I was very, very privileged, I must say, to ordain him a priest in the year 2000, great jubilee years, when made things happen. The new millennium, they call it the millennium priest.
This is a parish church of Vinhag by Peg, St. Magdalena Church. After my ordination on the 22nd of July 2000, I came back to this place after 14 days, and I celebrated my second first Mass, Thanksgiving Mass, in this place.
So I had a special affection for him. And then we started in 2011. This is a concept for a Catholic university in Enugu, and we had even named that university as a Cor Unum. Cor Unum means one heart, Okoye. Because the historical background, during the period I came in here to Enugu, 1997 to 2001, when the concept to establish the university came to me and my priest. And there was a lot of everybody going his own way. We call it a disunity at all levels. So this period, we have been able to bring the priests together. We are now from one family of priests, Unum Presbyterian, we call it.
The university bishop called the Cor Unum. The bishop called many priests together to articulate the whole idea of Cor Unum, one mind, one spirit, unity, and all that. Nothing came out of several meetings. So when I talked to the bishop about an idea of having a university, of establishing a university, the bishop said to me, yeah, we've been talking about it over the years, but the priests don't seem to understand. Please, if you can actually make it possible, that would be great. So he gave me the encouragement.
By this time, 2001, when we contemplated the concept came to found the university in order to promote at the intellectual level a unity also, a unity of truths, a unity of knowledge, unity of research. And that means also unity of personnel, unity of forms, whatever unity we could mobilize at this level, intellectual level, we had it in mind. And so, after the ordination of Father Christian, he went back to finish his studies. So, from 2001 to 2006, he was being prepared, rooms. I had my eyes on him for a new university that will emerge in the course of time. Because to have a concept of a project is one thing, the concept of this university is one thing, and the planning process and the execution, development process, there are other things. All these things had to be planned ahead, and this was done in 2001. And so we set up a committee to do the planning. And this was under the then provost of ICE, Okoye, Father Christian Okoye, he was the provost then. So he headed the committee to do the planning, to do the whole process of putting things in perspective. But then a lot of things happened that the NUC did not allow that the Nigerian National Commission, the guideline establishment of universities, private universities in Nigeria. So at that time, there was an embargo of the planning and establishment of private universities. So from 2001 to 2006, nothing was done other than internal planning. And so during this period of planning, we had to think about the location, then the name of Okoye came into being, where the university would be, because we needed a very large acreage of land for any university.
And as he came here, was actually impressed. The whole team was impressed with the vast land. We are talking about 217 hectares of land available here. That is 2 universities actually. So the lake,
217 hectares.
217 hectares.
The lake inclusive. That's the size of 3 football fields.
Okay. So if you are talking about 200 and this thing, 217, they multiply by 10, you know how many football fields.
According to the laws of Nigeria, then the personnel, then the funding, then I think the future development. What do we want this university to be? Now, first of all, I said already that we wanted to give this university a name that will bring together all the intelligentsia we have in the diocese. So it will within the context, therefore, of preparing planning for this emergence establishment of a new university called Godfrey that we trained Father Professor Christian, Reverend Father Christian then, just to name in 2000. So by 2001, when we started thinking about the new university, it was already in the concept, it was already in our plan, master plan for this new university. So eventually, when he finished, he came back in 2006, he took over the real planning. He became the provost, but appointed the provost of Okoye, because Okoye was one of those tertiary institutions we wanted to merge into one, to have a meaningful development at the intellectual level in the diocese, and to minimize manpower usage and minimize also the finance. It's not easy to find money to establish a big institution like Go University.
And of course, somebody said to me, how many billions have you got for this kind of project? So well, God will provide. I know we can do it.
So all this were put in place before we invited Father Christian, Professor Christian now, to come and take over the Okoye Institute of Education of Learning. When he came, he took over the committee in the planning development of the new university. And he was a very lucky man, because by the time he came there, the NUC, the government of Nigeria, had lifted the ban on the establishment of private universities, not affiliated. So when Father Christian came back from Europe, from studies and so forth, he was already prepared of the development of the concept, the development of the core UNO University. It was core UNO yet. One heart, one mind, one endeavor, one project in higher intellectual level. We didn't want to have so many universities, and there were people who wanted to build other universities. So all the tertiary institutions then in existence, like the Okoye, SPE, the St. Paul's International Institute of Evangelization, it was established by me. Then we had also CJAB. There was a department in CJAB, Human Development and Philosophy and Theology department that was affiliated to the Enugu State University. So we wanted to bring all under one umbrella, under one university. They will form departments or faculties of the core UNU. So the name is very significant. We shouldn't forget it, because it continues to play that role. What happened therefore was that Father Christian now began to process. When he came in 2006, he began to process the whole establishment of this university, the core university.
When it became very clear to me that God wanted me to do it, I made contacts who helped me go to the NUC to apply. So I found myself at the NUC with Professor Julius Horner. We made our intention known to the commission, and we were given a form to fill, quite expensive. So we applied, and we were given the things to do: the master plan, the academic brief, the university law, heavy documents, very expensive things to do, and we started working. And NUC, of course, visited what they call first verification visit, resource assessment.
During this period of negotiation with NUC, what happened that they rejected the name, is a Latin word, core UNU. The Latin names of universities in the country, the Catholic Church of Nigeria, you have Caritas, Madonna, you have also the Veritas, the Catholic University of Abuja, Caritas Latin, Madonna in Anambra, founded by Father Ege. So all those Latin names, the core UNU was one more than was expected or was to the liking of the Executive Secretary of NUC. So he told the panel that went there, led by Father Christian, go and change this name. Make it you can choose one of the bishops who have played part in the development of education in any good diocese. So when they came to me, then we put our heads together, because as the proprietor or the bishop charge then had to take all the decisions for the establishment of the university. So he said, well, all the bishops will have John Cross proposed. He didn't stay long, maybe before he died. So he didn't make any impact on the educational development in any way. And then usually they don't in Nigeria allow somebody who is alive to be, the name of somebody who is alive to be used for all these institutions. Because the man before he dies, such a person before dying may become a persona non grata in the society, and become some criminal, you know. So until somebody dies and dies well, lives well, Nigerian society in those days never allowed anybody to be attached, his name to be attached to any place of importance, any monument of importance. And the university is a great monument. So we have to choose somebody who died and who has played a part in very good part in universities, in educational institutions. So it happened to be, logically, it's not John Cross, the first bishop, it was definitely Bishop Okoye, who was responsible for procuring where Thinkers Corner, now we have a Thinkers Corner, where Okoye was established, and Uguomu Kie also acquired about 200 hectares of land, massive hectares of land, enough to establish a university. So we now settle down to the name Godfrey Okoye. That's how the name came. Not because Bishop Okoye inspired the idea of this thing. He never thought of building a university, as far as I know, as far as we know, for records. But he was a great educationist, land educating priests and so forth. He was very, very famous for that. So the name naturally lends itself to the new exchange we wanted to make. So we changed from Olu University of Obi to Godfrey Okoye University. That's how the name came about. I gave it approval, and then NUC agreed to as a very good exchange of names. And then he definitely, when everything was put together, after several visits from panels from NUC, you know, to come and inspect, and we're always very happy that we have done miles away from what they expect us to do. That's to the credit of Professor Christian Neke, and we're very happy with him. Things continue to develop until that's within 206, 207, 8, 9. Within 4 years, everything happened. The university was accredited, was approved, and then we got a certificate of establishment.
Hello. Yeah, good day, sir. Father Christian. Yes. This is Mr. Okoye from National University Commission. Yes. No, well, yeah, it's a surprise. But the only thing I could say to you is congratulations. You have me right, yeah, you have me right. The President and Commander-in-Chief have just signed your university into existence. Yes, on this 3rd day of November 2009. So you are required to come to Abuja with your management staff to collect your license. Yes. Yeah, it is a thing of joy. One more time, congratulations.
I was in a tunnel and couldn't see the light. Whenever I'd look up, I couldn't see the sky. Sometimes when I'm standing, it seems like I done walked for miles, and my heart could be crying dead in the middle of a smile. But then I climbed the hills and saw the mountains. I hollered help cause I was lost. Then I felt the strong wind, heard a small voice saying the storm is over. The storm is over now. And I can see the sunshine somewhere beyond the clouds. I feel heaven, yeah. Heaven is over me. Come on and set me free. Whoa. Now in the midst of my battle, all hope was gone. Downtown in a rush crowd and felt all alone. And every now and then I felt like I would lose my mind. I've been racing for years and still no finish line. Oh, but then I climbed the hills and saw the mountains. I hollered help cause I was lost. Then I felt the strong wind, and then a small voice saying the storm is over. The storm is over now. And I can see the sunshine somewhere beyond the clouds. I can feel heaven, heaven is over me. Come on and set me free. Oh, somehow my beginning stepped right in. Then faith became my friend. And now I can depend on the voices of the wind. When it's saying, storm is over. Storm is over now. And I can see the sunshine somewhere beyond the clouds. I can feel heaven, yeah, is over me. Won't you come and set me free? Won't you set me free? The storm is over. Storm is over now. And I can see the sunshine somewhere beyond the clouds. I can feel heaven, yeah. Heaven is over me. Won't you come and set me free? Won't you come and set me free? Hey, looks like I can see the light. Whoa, shining somewhere beyond the clouds. Looks like I can see the light. Hey, hey, shining down, down on me. Looks like I can see the light. The world's shining, the clouds moving, the sun shining. Looks like I can see the light. I made it home. The rainbow, gotta go. The storm is over. I'm telling you, I can see the light. Hey, I can feel heaven over me, yeah. Heaven is over me. Come and set me free. Come and set me free. Won't you come and set me free? Yeah. The storm is over now.
When Professor Julius Okoye called out the name of Godfrey Okoye University at the occasion, the Vice Chancellor recalled that his honors told himself yes, the determination was to be again with the support of Bishop Benjamin's successor, Bishop With Godfrey, Okoye University. Its contacts organized a group of friends in university in Germany and Austria. The Vice Chancellor has worked tirelessly to move the university to the permanent site of Okoye. He has completed surveys to the permanent site. The parish of Stephen was funded by the State of the permanent site. The Vice Chancellor has even started work
Since then, over the past 7 years now, the phenomenal growth, structures, beautiful structures, decent structures befitting a university.
Actually, I'm so happy with the growth of our university, Godfrey University. Holistically, because we see them growing in number and at the same time in quality, and the courses being offered and the expansion of the accreditation and of course the courses, in particular
particular, I'm so happy with the team working there, headed by the Vice Chancellor, Reverend Father Professor Mr. Anieke, and his team of workers who are doing their best to sustain the level of, rather the standard in the university, making it one of the best to have in the country, across West Africa, being the first ever system university in Africa. There is this challenge to really maintain a particular standard that we will have to compete with the usual national and international standards. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with what's going on there.
Godfrey Okoye Catholic University in Enugu is the answer to prayer, the answer to needs, to contextual needs, is the fruit of hard work, is the gift of God to our people at this time and place. Godfrey Okoye University, founded under our brother, Professor Dr. Christian Anieke, is the first university we have had in these parts. Godfrey Okoye University was licensed by law in 2009 when President Musa Yar'Adua was at the helm of affairs in Nigeria. Godfrey Okoye University is a center for learning and for the building of character and culture. It is a university that sets itself in the mind of Professor Christian Anieke, our own brother and Reverend Father, the founding Vice Chancellor also.
May we know your name?
My name is Maggie Packard. I'm from Germany. I'm International Liaison Officer at Godfrey Okoye University.
Right. How long have you been in Godfrey Okoye University?
First time I came was in 2010 when the VC invited me to visit his university, and I fell in love with the place immediately. So 1 year later I was hired here to do staff development trainings. So in 2011 I spent 6 months here training and doing some quality management. After that I continued with building up a circle of friends for the university in Europe, in Austria and in Germany. And finally they hired me as an international liaison officer, which is my position since 2 years now.
The Vice Chancellor of Godfrey Okoye University, I'm sure you are familiar with his person. Can you tell us a little about him?
Well, it's just 2 years we met, and it looks like we have met for a long period. He's a person, I like his ways of life, the way he works, and very active and agile personality, and who has a mission of succeeding, not failing in all his endeavor. The way he approaches issues shows a man who is determined to succeed in life, and he puts in all within himself to make sure that he succeeds in all the things he has embarked on. And the result of what you are saying in terms of the development of the university can attest to that. A university that is just getting into its 6th year and is already known globally shows the type of person he is. He's a rugged fighter, a man of timber and caliber that doesn't take no for an answer. And so far, so good. The result is showing, and I'm happy with him. I'm pleased with what he's doing, and that's why I've come to join him in showing and achieving that his ambition which he has set for himself. And that's why we're here, to help him out achieve the goals and aspirations he has marked out for the university.
My name is Alex Bono. I work with Go Radio. For this project, we're putting up a documentary for the Vice Chancellor by extension for the school. So, Uchima, what's your name and your position?
My name is Rena. Okoye, and I'm the Assistant Dean of Faculty of Arts. I'm also a professor in the Department of History, International Studies, and Diplomacy.
Now, madam, tell us about the fascinating thing you've noticed about our school, Godfrey University.
I had worked in another place that didn't have this kind of idealism, the spirit, the love of the place and the desire to make it good. Because this is a new school, there's a spirit here that you don't find elsewhere. And I think everybody has bought into this idea of a new school and trying to make it very good. And the VC has led us in that. He believes in this school so much. He has instilled that in the staff and the students. And I love being here because I didn't get that before.
Sister Professor Mary Gloria Njoko, please, can you say about Godfrey Okoye University?
What can I say about Godfrey Okoye University? A lot indeed. But what do you want particularly?
In general, pick at random, what you love most about it.
Oh, what I love most about the university? Well, Godfrey Okoye University, it's an emerging university in the southeast of Nigeria, founded by Reverend Father Professor Christian Anyeke for the Catholic Diocese of Enugu. It's a university that wants to do things well. Yes, it's young now, but it has put in place so many things that is geared towards making this university a world-class university. And when I say world-class, I mean every word of it. I see the university making effort to improve quality of learning, to make the quality of learning here consistent with what we will get overseas. The last visit I made to the US with the student came back after attending lectures at a Catholic private university, in fact the largest Catholic private university in the United States. After attending lecture there, she came out and said, we're not doing badly, we're doing well. Because compared to what she saw there, things appeared similar in terms of the content and what they were discussing in class, and she was able to feed in. And in the research work we did, she actually paid attention. She finished her project right there, and she was successful with the research ethics certification program that she did. So I can see that this university has the capacity to produce graduates who will definitely move the nation forward.
Well, Professor Christian Anyeke, as you know, is the Vice Chancellor of Godfrey University. I've known him for about, let me say, going to 9 years, 8 years plus.
About one or two things about his character that has, in your mind, that has enabled him to transform what was an ordinary institute of education to a university with global reckoning.
He has quite a good number of good qualities. I would say he's dynamic, he's strong, hardworking, problem solver. A good number. I know that he has so many good qualities that has been able to let him to be able to get to where he is today and move this place to where we were, to this place that we are today. Because if you had known this place in 2006, before he came in February 2006, and compare it with what we have today, we will believe with me that he has actually done well in this school. And for even Takers Corner, not just this school.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm aware you know Reverend Father Professor Christian Anyeke. And how long have you known him? What kind of man is he?
He is a gentle Reverend Father, a man of honor, a man of chastity, a a man of generosity, a man of high intellect, a man who has emotional maturity, a man who is wise. All is ramification.
Director, Public Affairs, Projects and Services, Southwest University. Okay. I do remember distinctly the day we walked out and got the license. It was like the first carnival here. You know, the vice chancellor wasn't here, but the registrar, acting registrar was here at the time. We set up the music band, we had food, we had everything. It was a celebration. Since then, we've come a very long way. In 5 to 7 years, I think, yeah. It's come a long way, and the speed of development is impressive. You could actually say we hit the ground running because the head of the institution is someone. I remember one of my colleagues said, "We don't need to have go to any place for physical, exercise. Just working with the vice chancellor is enough exercise for you." So the head has been in a hurry, and so the speed with which we rode from the day we got the license till now is incredible. We've accomplished quite a lot.
The leadership of Reverend Father Professor Aleke has been very pronounced in all these achievements. So that is what I can say about this young man whom I ordained in 2000. I think I'm very, very happy, very proud that what one sows he reaps. I'm trying to reap what I sowed, and I'm very proud of him. Because he's my son, he's my friend, and I call him also my benefactor. Because in my old age, he takes very good care of me. I'm proud of him. Thank God for the gift of him to the church, to the diocese, and to humanity. And we hope that we live long to achieve the concept, the plan we have for the development of Godfrey University.